In today's video, I bought lots of airsoft scams. I got a lot of these airsoft products and guns from some super sketchy websites. I'm sure you've heard of some of these like Wish.com, AliExpress, and Alibaba, and even some websites I've never even heard of before. I'm gonna be unboxing and testing all of them to see if we got scammed or maybe we got some great deals. All of these products go into one of two categories. Either they're cheap replica knockoff products trying to imitate a real product that's way more expensive and nice, or it's an airsoft gun that is charging way too much money for what it is. For example, in this category, we have some airsoft spring guns that should cost like $10 or $20, but they cost almost 10 times that. Let's see what we got in this first package. Well, if it's not already broken from shipping, it's broken now. Just kidding, we're probably fine. I think I know what this is, and they could definitely take a beating, hopefully. So this is a replica fast bump helmet, I believe. Yeah, as you can see, it looks kind of realistic from afar. Obviously, you know, basically does a decent job imitating it. We got this for a very good price, but of course, we're here to test if this thing is actually worth the money, or if we totally got scammed. The worst part about this one is actually the inside of the helmet. If we take a closer look, you can see the inside basically just looks like a bicycle helmet or something like this. There's very little padding, and if there is padding, I'll tear off some for you guys right there. It is the most low quality thin padding I've ever seen. I would recommend at least something at this price category, because you can see the inside is an actual, you know, replica of a ballistic helmet. And then this one is obviously my nice helmet that's way more expensive than those. You can see the weight feels way nicer. This is actually protect you from stuff. You could put any type of accessories on here, and it's way more comfortable to wear, and it fits way better as well. So yeah, this is a helmet. I wouldn't say it's a complete scam, because at least you could put it on your head and it sort of works. But as far as airsoft goes, I'd probably stay away from this one. Next up, we have a cardboard box that says the special gift only for you, which I don't know. For me, it sounds a little scary, so we're gonna go and open this up and see what could possibly be in here. What the heck is this? Oh, another helmet. Okay, so in this one, we have a helmet and a little mask. Let's open it up and check out what we got. Yep, just another bump helmet replica, and this one probably even looks worse quality than the first one. And secondly, we have a little mask that comes in here as well. Yikes, yeah, this is some low quality stuff. So it looked way more high quality and strong on the website I bought it from, but this is a flimsy mask. I could basically like snap this in half. This thing is so low quality. Oh, it just cracked, I think. We've gotten plenty of these on the channel before, and they do not last airsoft BB shots. Like, maybe these lenses will actually hold up. Let's see if I could break them. Oh! There's a whole crack where you can actually get shot from on the actual, like... Well, that actually serves my point even more. These lenses should definitely not be able to get taken out that easily. That's insane. That's not even my airsoft gun. That's just my hand. And I know just from touching this, I think the whole rest of the mask would definitely not survive some airsoft shots. Maybe in some areas, but the weak points right here definitely would not survive. This is definitely a scam. I cannot believe I just broke it with my hand. That's embarrassing. And the helmet, maybe this is at least good. I mean, it's a helmet. If we put this on, as you can see inside here, it's super cheap. There's like a very, very small like foam padding actually covering the inside. It's literally just a plastic shell. It's not the highest quality. You can bend it quite easily. I mean, if you're really on a budget, it is a helmet and it looks somewhat realistic from far away. I don't even know if this will fit me. Probably if I do adjust the straps, but yeah, if you bonk your head too hard with this one, it's definitely not going to protect your brain that much. I guess it's more for the looks if you're super on a budget, but this NVG mount's definitely not going to hold anything. These rails are so cheap. I mean, look at these screws holding it in. This is embarrassing. Definitely a scam product. Yeah, this is literally just a plastic shell with some like super low quality like foam padding hidden in there. That's bad. Up next, we have a little baggie. Let's check out what I got in here. To be honest, when I make these videos, usually the shipping times take a few months because it's from some crazy sketchy websites, usually international businesses. But yeah, so I had to wait a long time to get all these products, and I honestly don't even remember at this point what I got basically half the time. So this is basically a surprise for me as well. Very, very suspicious looking trash bag we got here. That's good to see. Oh, interesting. We have a replica 553 hollow sight. These ones for the real steel products are super, super expensive. And I think I got this product for like $12, so this should be interesting. If this thing actually works and is good, that's gonna be a miracle and such a good find. In the package, it does come with a battery, which is even more crazy because it's so cheap. I'm surprised they actually include that. To test this replica 553 hollow sight, let's go ahead and unbox it and check out a way better replica of the actual TEC real steel steel sight, which I do not have. Those are super expensive. I believe around $500 plus for the real steel ones. This is of course just a replica, but I do have a way nicer replica from Holy Warrior. So let's go ahead and compare those two. And I have it actually set up on my CYMA PTW with a magnifier, pretty cool. But let's go ahead and just compare the EOTechs and see how the cheap replica goes against the nicer replica. Straight away, the weight of the actual like nice replica is probably like 3 times the weight of the cheap one. This one feels way nicer, has a little bit better trades. Obviously looks a little bit more realistic. This one has a latch system, which is way more high quality than just a standard like screw-on system. But the big thing with this one is actually the feel of the buttons. Like, just hear that click. It feels so nice. This one is just like, you can't even hear anything. Just kind of feels bad. And on this side as well, the actual way to adjust the sight up and down looks way more high quality as well. And just to note too, the actual quality of the sight itself is pretty comparable. It's not like one or the other one is way more high quality. The reticle looks pretty similar. Overall, do I think this is a scam? I don't think so. I think it's worth what I paid. Next. What the heck is this? Is this a gas mask? Bro, what kind of quality is this? What? Bro, I could like pop this out. It has like screws holding in the like lenses. That's so sketchy. This is a sorry excuse for a gas mask. I mean, this thing is so cheap. You literally just rip it off like I just did. That is insane how cheap that is. Obviously, this is not gonna be anywhere close to gonna protect you from anything, which I didn't expect it to be a real gas mask, but I did expect it to at least be like kind of good quality. It's a tiny foam little thing for your forehead. Let's see if this thing is even comfortable. Yeah, I mean, it's really uncomfortable on your like lower part of your face and your nose. It's just pure plastic. There's nowhere for your nose to sit comfortably. And the worst part is the lenses are so like unclear from the actual factory. I have no idea how that even happens. I don't even think you could wipe this away. This is just like on there. Yeah, that's like on there. All this like gunk and like, it's like the room is already full with smoke when you put this on. That's terrible. Not even good for cosplay at all. That's a complete scam. Alrighty, up next, what do we have? What do we have? Let's see what we got in this little box here. Oh, I remember ordering this. This is a replica TRL-1 HL Streamlight. So I run one of these on my replicas when I actually play Airsoft. I believe the retail for the real ones is about 120 to 150 if I were to imagine, especially for this model. It might be even more expensive now, but this is supposed to be a replica of that for way less money. There's the actual price I paid, but let's actually test the quality of this thing and see if it's comparable. Okay, so here's the fake one and here's the real one. First thing I noticed is the fake one's a little bit lighter, but it does have a full metal construction, it feels like, but the metal does feel a little bit less quality. For example, like it just feels thinner, almost like a different material. I could be wrong, this could just be a placebo, but this feels a little bit lighter and like kind of just less quality, whereas this metal feels, it's still lightweight, but it just feels like it could take some falls. But the actual size comparison is actually pretty realistic. They're pretty similar looking. They're a little bit different in some little tiny ways, as you could see throughout the actual designs, but overall it's pretty similar designs. The main thing I think is this one is a screw on and this one actually has to take a little flathead to put on. This is a pressure switch model, so that's why these little back plates look different. But I do remember how this one actually feels, and this feels definitely way less quality. Not by a crazy margin. I'm actually kind of impressed so far by this replica. It's definitely less quality. It's kind of more like cheap and plasticky feeling and not very, you know, just high quality overall feeling, but actually not the worst replica I've ever seen. To be honest, it actually looks pretty comparable. The quality of the light actually looks a little bit better with this one, but that one looks a little bit brighter, to be honest. I think the whole circle is just brighter, but the quality of this one looks a little bit better. But honestly, the performance seems somewhat comparable. I guess I wouldn't call it a scam. Up next, we have a pretty medium-sized package. This could be about anything. Let's see what kind of delusional products I ordered. Oh, this actually might be an airsoft gun. It's got one of those like plastic things that holds the airsoft guns in place. I'd imagine that's what this is, at least. So this is an airsoft gun, but that's all in this package. As you can see, it's quite the bundle and value opportunity potentially for this one. Oh, we also have another airsoft gun. We'll be testing this one first up. Look how small this package is. That's embarrassing. Well, I guess there's 2 airsoft guns in one because maybe the same company had both, I guess. That's a little weird. Let's go ahead and open this up and check it out. Basically a super cheap instruction manual, or maybe this is terms and conditions. Yeah, some like don't allow your children under 18 to operate this, some warnings and some really weird release and liability agreements. I don't even know why you would need to sign that. That's a little weird. For this amount of money, this thing should cost like a few dollars, but I think I paid around 26 $7 for this one. Never know with these little airsoft guns. Sometimes they do surprise us. This one is apparently called the CYMA 911A. It has a crazy claim of 100 FPS on the description with 0.12 gram BBs and an insane range claim of 10 to 20 feet, which, yeah, that's probably the least amount of range claim I've ever read on any airsoft description in my entire life. That's insane. With this little pistol, the first thing we have to see is actually if this laser does work. I'd be very shocked, but there's one of those white little pulley tabby thingies. Let's go ahead and pull that and see if this actually works. And yeah, it doesn't work. What a surprise. This one has a crazy claim of a whole 100 FPS with 0.12s. Let's see if they're lying. This should be a very interesting experiment. Okay, 140.7 with 0.11 joules. I can't believe I'm excited about a airsoft gun that shoots 140 FPS. That one was 138.9, and the last one 129.9. 132 and 136. So about that 130 to 140 FPS, at least it's about 40% better than what they originally claimed, which I'll take at this point. It does also have a 10 to 20 feet range expected from the description. That's the lowest claim of any range I've ever seen on airsoft websites. See how this goes. All right, honestly, okay, they do live up to all the claims in the description. I have to give them some credit there. The thing that stands out to me the most is the iron sights are nowhere even close to where it goes to on the target, but could be worse. It's at least not super off. 100% I would not buy this thing, it's overpriced, but is it a scam? I don't think so. So this one I'm gonna put in the barely not scam category. Let's see what else we have in this package. Well, we got a fun little bundle in here, which I don't even think these are the same color I ordered, but I guess they're fully clear plastic. I think I ordered black ones, but who knows? Doesn't surprise me for this quality. It's in a huge plastic container to actually hold everything in place, and it comes with two little things of BBs and a little tiny target that we're gonna definitely be testing out, and two separate airsoft spring pistols for quite the not good price of, I think I paid like $75 for this one.
For quite the not good price.
I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea.
These plastic things, carrying these are always a workout to open, but let's check out the quality of these bad boys. So first up, we do have some quality differences. This feels a little bit nicer than that first one, definitely, but it does look worse, surprisingly. It just looks a little bit bigger. At least it's kind of more of a 1-to-1 scale replica, a little bit of the P99, I guess, besides, you know, the plastic whole thing going on there. This kit is called the P99 Duelers Kit Airsoft Pistol, and it comes with, of course, two P99s with 14-round magazines. And it claims 250 FPS, and it has a built-in hop-up system, so not adjustable, just built-in, which we'll be testing out shortly in the shooting test. We'll see if that actually does work or not, because that's a little bit of a funky way of doing a hop-up. Cannot wait to test this target. This should be interesting to say the least. There's the actual side of it that actually sticks to the BBs. Check this out. It's like actually kind of sticky. Pretty interesting. It's curious to see if that actually works. But we have some dealing to do. Let's actually first just see if these work. Oh, there's a safety and fire mode. That's very interesting. Did not expect that. Look like this little switch over here is on safe mode, and then if you switch it all the way to the top section, that's on fire. That's actually interesting. Okay, at least it shoots. See if the second one shoots real quick. All right, that's not too bad. We have no claimed range with this one, but we do have a claimed FPS of 250. So let's see how these bad boys do. Here we go. 206 was 0.24 joules. Definitely not where we should be. 209 and 208. It's at least consistent, but nowhere close to where we should be, about 50 FPS off. Let's try at least the second P99 and see if it actually is working. We're shooting the right FPS. 204, even less than the last one. 204.1. 197.2. 198, yikes, with 0.22 joules. Definitely under what we should be getting with these. Shoot them both at the same time just because we can. Oh, and I missed, of course. My Kimbo pistol practice is not very good, so let's just do one at a time. Whoa, it's looking like we can actually shoot way farther than 50 feet so far. I'm gonna aim under the target. Nice, okay, 50 feet. Oh, there we go. What? Nice. That one seems to be okay. Iron sights are a little off, but nothing I complain about too much. And the second one seems to be not as good on the range. It's kind of shooting weird, but it is shooting more accurate where the iron sights are aiming. That's funny, these are so different for being the exact same pistol. Now let's try that sticky target out and see if that actually works. So in theory, when you shoot this, the BB should stick to the target like so, but of course, when it's going a little bit more fast, I'm not too sure if this will work. Let's just do it point blank and see if that actually works. Please don't shoot my hand. Hey, what actually works? That's actually really cool. This would be more for like if you're shooting in your like house or like your maybe like your room or something like that, just to do some shooting practice. That's kind of fun actually. Thanks again, Tag Airsoft and Paintball Park, for letting us film yet again. They did an awesome job redesigning the field and fixing all of these stuff after the huge storm they had. A lot of this stuff was actually knocked over and they rebuilt everything and made it even better. So definitely would check them out if you're local to the Hollister, California area. Awesome airsoft field, and they do paintball as well. Let's do a little bit further away, see if this works. Ooh, yo. I'm guessing this is probably the size of a really big room, so I'm just going to go up here. Anything past this is kind of a bonus. Oh, I missed that one. That's on me. Yo, it works pretty well. Okay, now if you have like a mansion and your room is huge, let's see how it actually goes. Yo, that's actually really cool. Check that out. All three of them actually stuck to the target, no problem at all. I actually didn't expect it to work so well, damn. All right, so what is our conclusion with the P99 plastic see-through pistols? Okay, here's the deal. So, $75, overpriced a little bit to say the least. I would think these are more worth like $30, maybe $40 if you're stretching it USD, but $75 is really tough to price these out at that level. But again, they a little bit misled you on the FPS. It was about 50 off from what they said, but they're not terrible pistols, and I wouldn't necessarily put them in the scam category. I'll put them in the super overpriced, probably wouldn't buy category, but it's not a scam. So far, two products that are barely not scams, I'll take it. The next ones in the video are going to be way worse, so my hopes are not very high for the next ones. Let's go check them out. Alrighty, last but certainly not least, we have this package with some very sketchy little marks on it. So yeah, this is going to be sketchy to say the least. Let's go and open it and see what we got. Let's go ahead and cut this open and see. We got plenty of airsoft guns in here. I'm really curious to see how they're going to do. Most of the descriptions of these airsoft guns on the site I bought it from, a lot of these I think are from wish.com, which is going to be really interesting to see how they do. But a lot of the descriptions were actually in German. So maybe they're from Germany, or whoever was selling it was German. I have no idea, but there's a lot of German writing. So this should be very, very interesting. Oh my gosh. So the first one, it looks like Customs actually like opened it up or something like this. Because yeah, why would it else be like ripped at the bottom like that? I'm sure someone like opened this up to see if they were like, you know, shipping some suspicious things. So yeah, that's interesting. We'll go on to that one, I think last, as that is the most expensive one in here. And then all the rest of them, we'll just randomly choose a couple and see how they do. What? No. Okay, so the first one, we have this AK right here, which on the website, these looked crazy, like 1-to-1 scale replicas of like, you know, a real AK that's pretty, you know, normal size. And look how small the box is. There's no way it's 1-to-1 scale. I think I paid almost $100 for this thing. So, yeah, that's embarrassing. Totally scammed on this one. Let's just open up. Maybe it's like you have to place it together, piece it together. Maybe it is 1-to-1 scale, or maybe I just got totally scammed. Yeah, that's not 1-to-1 scale. Look how small this mag is. That's not 1-to-1 scale. They just straight up lied on the packaging. Okay, so it is like at least, you know, something you have to like kind of put together maybe. Wow, that's actually really easy to put together. Okay, now I'm a little more optimistic. It's at least, you know, bigger than that box size, but I don't think 1-to-1 scale is a word I would use for this one. Yeah. Yeah, so the stock is completely gone. It's very cheap plastic feeling and definitely has some fake weights in there. So now we're just left with this part of it, which is very cheap as well. Let's go to the chronograph and see if it at least shoots a decent FPS. This one has a crazy name, Soft Air AK-47 with some German words in there. I don't even know. That's crazy names for these, but it does claim lower than 0.5 joules and a range extending up to 30 meters, which is again 90 feet. And it says with precision guaranteed up to 10 meters, which is 30 feet. Guaranteed is a crazy word to see. Let's see if they're actually telling the truth or they're completely scamming us. Off to an amazing start with the third airsoft gun of the video. Guess we will not be needing that. Let's go ahead and load up our AK and see at least if it does okay. This one's funny too because like the grip is about to like fall off now with that stock missing. I think it was already kind of low quality, like it's literally about to like snap off. And it doesn't load up like a normal AK, like you clip it in at the front and then snap it in the back. You just basically load it straight in, so not very authentic at all. But look at this thing. I don't think authenticity is what they're really going for. So after reading the crazy description in German and translating that to English, I found out that this thing should be shooting under 0.5 joules, which is I think maybe a German law or something like that. So let's see how this goes. But the FPS looks like it's 208.4 with 0.24 joules, and not quite our targeted 0.5 joules, about half of that, 0.24 joules. That's not a great start. That one shot 126 FPS, 37, 177. This thing's all over the place. What? That like broke the end of the airsoft gun. It shot so bad. It literally like hit the end of the airsoft gun and broke it off. What? And that one did 94. There's no way. 139.5 and 165. Yeah, this one's all over the place, shooting super inconsistent, like 0.1 to 0.25 joules. It broke its own flasher. I think that wasn't broken before just by shooting itself through the barrel. I don't even know. The shooting test is not going to go well. Let's just get into this. Here goes nothing. 50 feet away. What a surprise. The iron sights could not be further from where the BB is actually going. What? That shot in the ground, like in front of the wooden pallet right there. What? That was at least somewhat straight line, but it was under the target. Barely didn't even hit the target. Let's aim up. How does that even happen? You guys saw that instant replay. It literally hit right here. I think it hit like either right there or right there. You gotta be kidding me. How's that even possible? That literally shot like right here. What? I don't even know if I could show that like slowed down what it looks like, but what? And I'm pretty sure it just shot right there. Don't even know how it's physically possible. I think that's defying physics. Well, we don't even have to do any more testing. I could easily say this airsoft product is a huge scam. All right, next up we have this little guy. Let's check out what's in here. Maybe a pistol or something like that. You gotta be kidding me. Not again. Bro, it's an M4, but look how small the box is. What is these scams in this video? That's so crazy. Let's see how they managed with this one. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, it's even worse than the last one. What? Bro, I paid so much for this. This is the price I paid for this one. I think it's not quite $100, but around there. And yeah, that's crazy. Alrighty, well, for this one, I guess you gotta put it together as well. And I learned from the last one that we probably should be very gentle with this or it's gonna break. Oh my gosh, it'd be funny just to use it like that. Okay, so I guess we just snap this on like that. The stock goes on like this. Yeah, there's a dude, okay. How is this 1-to-1 scale? Look at this mag. That's like not even the size of my hand. Man. And where's the flash hider with this one? What? Oh, right here, okay. And that's it in its entirety. Yeah, that's definitely a 1-to-1 scale. It says the materials are ABS plastic and it's shockproof. I thought that was like shockproof was like if you drop it, but I don't think this thing's gonna survive much dropping tests at all. Only weighs in at 225 grams and it should shoot less than 0.5 joules in a maximum range of 30 meters, which is about 90 feet, and a precise accuracy at 10 meters, which is about 30 feet away. We do have some reviews that are rated 1 star. There is a couple different languages, I think Japanese, Spanish, and German for all the reviews, so definitely an international audience buying these. The translation says, I did not even get the rifle I ordered. Oh, that's great. And the Spanish review actually says, it is garbage just like the website they got it from. And then of course, the translation for the Japanese one is power is weak. Yikes. Okay, let's go test it out and see if it at least makes up for its bad looks. Can't imagine this one's gonna shoot any better than that last AK. It's even smaller, but maybe it'll surprise us. Let's check this out. Just a tiny little magazine, so funny. Oh, that's not sketchy at all. Eesh, that's gonna break any second now. Like the AK, I think the only claim for FPS is supposed to be 0.5 joules, which is the energy reading, not necessarily the FPS. Let's just see how this goes. 66 with 0.02 joules? Bruh, 132. Okay, it's getting better. 126. 124. 130, okay, it's at least a little consistent, shooting below 0.1 joules. It said it was supposed to shoot 0.5 joules, or lower, of course, and it's definitely lower, but it's lower by a lot, so I don't know why they would even market it at 0.5 joules or less. Might as well just say 0.1 joules. Might just be some restrictions in some countries shooting below 0.5 joules, but nevertheless, it definitely does that. It also claims precise 10-meter shots, or 30 feet for Americans, and able to shoot 90 feet or 30 meters about. This is about, give or take, 90 feet away. Maybe we're being a little nice on the range here, but let's see if it could actually hit it. Yeah, it's a no. Yeah, the accuracy is horrendous too. I'm gonna give this one an optimistic 50 feet away. And I have to aim up to hit this range. Whoa! That BB just went up like that, like literally like 90 degrees up. I've never seen that before. What is wrong with these things? Okay, almost hit it. Yikes. Okay, so I'm gonna say about 30 feet away is probably the realistic range. And that's, of course, if this thing shoots. What? That just went straight down into the gravel. These little things are insanity. How is it miss? I'm giving you so much times to hit it, my guy. What? Bro. There ain't no way. You just hit the end of this and just like hopped over there by the gravel. What? There's no way. Okay, I guess the accurate range, maybe we'll scoot up to 10 feet away here. Okay, we're probably like, I don't know, 15 feet away here. And it still misses. How? Did you guys see that hit the tip of this and just went straight to the right of the target? Finally! Our proud little shot right here at center mass, about, I don't know, 15, 20 feet away max. Yeah, that's, in my book, pretty much every definition of a scam. All right, I'm starting to get pissed off with this video. Everything is just a straight up scam. I thought it'd be like at least a full AK or a full M4 and it'd be like fine, but no, this is just like a straight up scam. All right, what do we have in here? I need a good one up next. I need a good one up next. This is just straight up like brown paper with like plastic covering this one. It's not even in the actual box. So maybe it's used, or maybe it's one of those that came in a plastic wrapping, but they just like completely butchered it and it's already like kind of breaking. This one's by Ray's Horn Airsoft. What? Never heard of that one. What is this? Oh my gosh, I think it's already broken. You gotta be joking. Look at this, it's already like sheared off. Like, look at this. I didn't even unpackage it fully yet and it's already like broken off and you have no idea. There's how much I paid. I'm getting scammed so bad. What? I thought this video would be kind of bad, but this is like diabolical. What the heck? It's like cracked on top. The whole like system's about to break. I'm actually gonna try to be really gentle with this one and see if we could still shoot it, because that'd be hilarious if it still shoots. I don't know, judging from the lower and the upper, maybe not this part, it looks like somewhat of a TEC-9 replica. I think that's maybe what they were going for. I don't really know. There's a picture of what I'm thinking on screen. I think that's what it's supposed to be, but I don't know. It looks a little funky. That's insane. Oh, yep. That's not good. This one is just called the Uzi Airsoft gun and some German after that, so not exactly sure what that means. It's rated a abysmal 2.5 stars with 4 reviews. And again, half the reviews are in German as well, so I did some translating. And it looks like Leon says, unfortunately, it arrived broken. The parts were broken and therefore entire item is unusable. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Mine was arriving broken too. Okay, I'm not crazy. That's good. The next review says, item arrived defective, cheaply packaged, and broken off parts. That's good. All the reviews had the same experience I did. But of course, will this thing still shoot? I'm very curious. Let's go test it out. I don't think there is a better definition of on its last legs. This thing is about to explode and break any second now. I do have to admit though, in the intro of the video, obviously I tossed the guns on the ground. That could have been what broke it, but of course, something that's this expensive shouldn't break with just like tossing it on the ground in a box that easily. So I'd say it's about 50-50 if this thing was already broken or if I broke it. But nevertheless, I do have to take some credibility that this is possibly my fault for it being broken. So this one's one of those really weird ones. You have to cock it back like this.
Yeah.
Little sus, but let's see how this goes. Here we go. Oh! That literally just broke it more. Like this whole thing just like came apart. What? Yikes. Okay, let's try one more shot here and maybe see if it works. That was just a fluke. Oh gosh. Yikes. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh! A piece literally fell off as I shot it. I don't know if you guys got that, but yeah, this actually just cracked the entire Airsoft gun's like upper and lower receiver just from shooting it twice. Oh yeah, that is completely destroyed. Yikes. Okay, that's a definitely a scam product. Even if it didn't break in here, the fact that this thing could possibly cost like upward of almost $100 is definitely already a scam. So we have the second to last Airsoft gun here. I think there's only one in here. This one better be good or I'm gonna lose it. And we have the grand finale right there that I probably paid way too much for. All these I probably paid way too much for. I'm gonna be honest, I was optimistic a little bit in this video, but this is not going well. Let's go ahead and just open this and see what we got and put me out of my misery faster. This video is a disaster. Okay. I mean, at least it's a bigger box. We have a Scar looking airsoft gun in here. This better be good, man. I'm just telling you right now, this better be good. All right. Well, again, from our boys at Rayline Soft Air Guns. Okay, at least this is a properly big box. Please be good. Please be good. I paid so much for this one, man. Okay, it looks to be 1-to-1 scale. That's a good sign. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have more German. Yeah, lots of German. I love how long German words are. It's crazy. And this is the airsoft gun itself, covered in some styrofoam. Looks like it was forced in here. Not a good start. And here's the airsoft gun. Okay, it has a floatable stock. That's not a terrible thing. Does it work? Okay, didn't break. That's a good sign. It is fully plastic, but at least it's not the worst quality in the video so far. It is a spring airsoft gun as well, and that's not what I expected. This thing was super expensive. I think I paid almost $150 for this bad boy. Also, a crazy name with this one from Soft Air yet again. It says you should be using 12 gram to 16 gram BBs, which I've never even heard of a 16 gram BB, and it shoots 0.5 joules. It also says it's electric, featuring a rechargeable battery that powers an electric motor. The motor builds the pressure acting on the piston, blah, blah, blah. It has a burst and full auto modes. I don't think so. I think this thing is fully spring. Definitely lying on that one. So first thing is a little weird is a vertical grip. You're supposed to usually, like spin this at the bottom, put this on, slide it on, and then turn this to tighten it. This one, however, has a little shimmy button right here. So I guess you pull that down, you put it on the rail, and then it locks. All right, well, at least it works. It's a little flimsy, but could be worse. This is all plastic design, so if you do drop this a few times, I wouldn't count on it working. It does have a auto and safe that does seem to work with a little misprint A and S right next to that as well. It looks like they misprinted A and S at first and then they had to switch it because they messed up. As you can see right there, that's actually kind of funny. It's definitely not electric. I can confirm that. It's definitely a spring airsoft gun. And it's pretty powerful from what I thought it was going to do, way over the limit of what it said it was going to shoot too. So that's probably illegal. I don't even know. 385? 385 again? Damn, 393 that time. 0.86 joules, so shooting again, like I said, over the 0.5 joule limit. So I think that's, I don't even know, illegal or something in that country. I have no idea. But at least with the crazy FPS, this one has the most potential so far in the video. This should be easy, right, for about 400 FPS, but let's see how it does. Damn. Shooting straight where the iron sights are going. Whoa, okay, yep, this is easy money. Did I finally get an airsoft gun and I wasn't scammed? Yippee! Well, we have two super hard shots right there. Let's go ahead and scoot on back to about 100 feet away and see what this puppy could really do. All right. Okay, so range is there, but accuracy is left the chat. Look at the run cam, look how far that goes. Just goes like zoom straight to the left, lower left of the target, not even hitting it. Actually, the range is actually not even there either. 75 feet away. Yeah, that's okay. That's a lost cause. Range was looking great at 50 feet away, as you saw previously. But as we scooted back, we see the real problems with this one. That's crazy. Yikes. This thing is so much worse than I thought it was going to be. Dang. It's like shooting straight down with the BBs. Yikes, that's bad. One more shot. Let's do one way above the target. This piece is about to fall off any second as well. Yep, that is a lost cause. Anything outside of 50 feet is a complete disaster. BBs are skyrocketing down, not even trying to go up whatsoever. At least the FPS was more than we thought, but that might be a bad thing depending on where you live, because apparently that's supposed to be a legality where this company is shipping to. I have no idea. But nevertheless, yeah, that is a scam for sure. Way overpriced, different results than the description had, and is not even usable whatsoever or not fun to use at all. The grand finale here already looks like it's halfway opened. They took off the label here. Don't know why they did that. That's a little sketchy. Let's see what we got in here. All right, so looks like we have a Mac 11 replica, it looks like. Oh, it is CO2 power, which is the first one in the video that's not spring. That could be a great thing. Pretty normal packaging for an airsoft gun, nothing too bad. It looks like it is fully auto. Full ABS design. For the material? What? I thought it was gonna be full metal. Dude, I paid like $250 for this. How is it full ABS? What? Let's just see what this thing looks like. All right, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Okay, some instruction manuals. I think it says made in Taiwan on the front right there. Nothing super groundbreaking in there. Let's go ahead and open this up and see how it feels. Oh, yikes, that is pretty lightweight. Okay, I mean, this is the most expensive one of the video. I can't get let down. It is CO2 as well. I'm really excited to see if this thing will actually even like shoot on full auto and see how that's gonna go. Looks like the CO2 is in the magazine right there. It's one of these, I don't know, maybe not very expensive looking CO2 mags. That's not very confidence inspiring. We do have a stock that, okay, that does work. It's a little, definitely a little wobbly there. But at least it's a stock, right? At this point, I'll take anything. This one is from Soft Air. It says it has excellent durability, and it claims a muzzle velocity of 139 ms. But this one's kind of interesting of the video. Usually they all had super bad reviews for the most part. This one actually has 2 5-star or close to it reviews. So let's read some good reviews. Aaron says, awesome, just simply as that, just 5 stars. And then Martin hypes this thing up quite a bit. This M11 is truly filth. It's one of the airsoft guns you can't let slip away. Wow, he really likes this thing. I don't want to spoil the surprise for anyone because it's just that good. Wow, okay. This guy, I don't know, must have been paid for this. He says, I will say there's a huge benefit to non-gas blowbacks because all the joules of energy go exactly where it should be through the barrel. Definitely a hot take on that one. I personally love way more gas blowback guns, and I think they shoot well too, so a little bit of a hot take there. And then he says, it makes for super accurate airsoft with sensational range and power is way too cool. I love this. Wow, he loves this gun. This is insanity. Thanks, seller shop. Tech support is great too. I'll give it 1,000 stars. Okay. This guy's either the person that made the website that's just trying to hype up this gun to sell it, or I don't even know. Maybe he just got really lucky, or it's his first airsoft gun and he's hyped up. I have no idea, but let's see if he's actually right. There's no way. Alrighty, there is a solid chance this airsoft gun explodes in my hand. It is CO2, the first one and only one of the video, the grand finale, the most expensive. Everything is leaning on this. Will it actually be good? Let's test it out. CO2 just went in the bombing mag right there, pretty easy. Didn't have any leaks, which is surprising, so that's a good start. Let's just see if it shoots. Damn, that seems pretty powerful. 470 FPS with 1.23 joules. Damn, that sounds nasty, okay. 482, 481, 469, 467, and 486. 500 FPS is basically a sniper rifle, so this thing should have no issues at this range, but of course, this video is full of scams, so there's only one way to really test it out. Kind of hard to aim with the stock, so I'm just gonna go ahead and collapse that and see how we do, just aiming through the iron sights at the center of the target. Oh! Damn, this thing is crazy sounding. Kind of scary. So I'd say about at that 50 feet range, no issues whatsoever. Accuracy is pretty decent, I would say. Let's now scoot back to 100 feet away and see what this thing can really do. May I add, that is some crazy holes in the target, super big. Yeah, this thing is not messing around whatsoever. I'd be scared to be on the other end of this thing. I mean, like in a field like this, like imagine it's coming around a corner, this thing sounds so scary. Yeah, I'm good on that. Let's go ahead and see how this is. That was flying. All right, well, that's gotta be the most inaccurate airsoft gun I've ever seen. That was hilarious. It was hitting everywhere but the actual target. That's pretty funny to see. Here at WAG Engineering, we always take the most pride in our skills and innovation. Okay, hopefully this shows up on camera. This is about to be hilarious. You guys are about to laugh at this one. Look how inaccurate this is, like, to the target. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, there was like a group of like 3 to 5 in there maybe that were actually kind of lasers to the target. But you guys saw all of the rest of them absolutely just dodge right, left, far, up, down, sideways of the target itself. This one's just so overpriced that it has to be a scam. That is ridiculous. If this cost maybe like at the very most like $50, I'd be a little bit more nice to it. But yeah, $250 is absolutely highway robbery. And you guys saw performance as well is absolutely insane. And you obviously can't even use this at any field because the FPS is too much. But that does the video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know down in the comments below if you do agree with the ratings I gave them, or was I too harsh? If you guys want to see another awesome Airsoft video, there is a recommended one just for you that YouTube thinks you would enjoy. Without further ado, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one.